Why? You don't go to headmaster.
Welcome to my channel. This is Deborah. Thank you guys for always checking in. I'd like to appreciate you for checking. Welcome to this platform, a platform of love, a platform of care, whereby this community will share about our journey of relocating to our roots, relocating to Zimbabwe, relocating to where we come from. It might not be Zimbabwe for other people, it might be Ghana, it might be somewhere, but I'm saying welcome to this channel. Always encouraging comments. I see your comments, we interact. Thank you very much. And also I like to say a very big thank you and a very good congratulations that I managed to end the YouTube partnership. Thank you very much. I won't be able to do it on my own, but it is all because of you guys for always checking in, rocking in, subscribing, listening, sharing. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to appreciate you for doing that. So today, my video is about, we're going to touch a bit on final finishings of the house. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say final finishing is a one time job, but I'd like to let you know that finishing touches, it is a process that happens over time. We've got a house here in England. We have stayed in that house for many years. We still have got things that we think, yeah, this could get better. We could have done this better. So I'm not going to sit here and lie that it's easy, but it is a process. So I'm just going to talk you through of what we did and the mistakes that we made so that you don't have to go through them like we did. And also just things to be aware, things to think about, and also any tips, or if we could be if we could be resourceful to you guys, those that are coming on the way, or also those people that have already done it. Would like to hear your comments in the comment section. Make your contribution so that we can all learn. Yes, we learn, and while we are learning, we make mistakes, and mistakes are good because we now know 101 ways of not how to do it. So whenever when you do it 102 ways, you'll be able to know. You know better, become a better person. So don't be afraid because you're afraid of making mistakes. So just head on and go on and make those mistakes, and then you learn and become better at it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say we're perfectly doing it. We made our own mistakes. And I'm just here to encourage you, really, to encourage someone, to encourage us, those that are dreading, those that are thinking about it, those that are afraid, you know, Any change causes fear. There's fear in any change, but I'm not gonna sit and say to you it is easy, you know. So let's get into it. For us, we had to choose a kitchen that really suits our personalities. You know, we are people's people, and we grew up in the rural areas. We're so much fond of memories of our mother's kitchen, and my husband has also fond memories of his mother's kitchen. So there was a lot of things that used to happen in the kitchen. People used to be beaten up in the kitchen. People used to go to sleep in the kitchen and bedwet in the kitchen. So we've got so many fond memories of uh, of a kitchen. So a kitchen was a very central place of the home. So for us, we wanted to create it that way, though it was in a more modern way, but a very central place of our home, whereby memories are created, you know. So that's how we wanted to be. So that made us think of to have an island with chairs around it, whereby families can sit around and laugh and jokes and tease each other, which is actually what we do now, and this is what we had in mind. So as you can see, like rural kitchens are very social places whereby people meet, whereby people eat, whereby people are welcome in the kitchen. So kitchen was something where we wanted to spend even more money on the kitchen and make it even a bigger space for us to be able to do that. But saying that, so we had to ask our designer to put our thoughts on paper and consider the space of our kitchen that we had. So she went in and she drew a diagram, putting our thoughts in consideration for what we told you about. So as you can see, that diagram is a 3D diagram of the kitchen. But the design was done maybe a year before, and we took another year before we did the kitchen. So what I want to tell you is that sometimes budget, yes, it is very important to consider budget before you dream. But for us, I think all this house, if I want to tell you that it was through faith that we had to believe God, that God will provide the finance for this thing. So what we did, we're not in a rush. We had the diagram done a year before, and we had time to adjust it, to change it several times. So Kitchen Link were very generous enough. It's like a family. They're like family people, that we did the year with them, and they will change this, change that, change that, change that, and just took our time to be able to trust God for finances coming together. But when we had the plan done, we didn't have no finance, to be honest, but we just have our dream kitchen done, and we trusted God, that God will trust you, that you'll be able to bring this thing into life. Yeah. So another thing to consider was the tops that we wanted. We chose marble tops because they are strong. They are strong because we knew that when we are back in Zimbabwe, probably we will not be have so much money to be able to redo them. So made sure we chose the strongest top, and also the surfaces, the size of the surfaces. We wanted bigger surfaces whereby we can work. The other person will be cooking chibagi on the other side, the other one will be cooking, I don't know, maguru on the other side. So we just wanted our kitchen to be very, very spacious, because we are people who like hosting, we are people who like to have people at our home. So we thought that kind of space will be able to help us to achieve the dreams that we wanted in our home. Also, another thing, consider the amount, the storage that you want in your kitchen. What I didn't want is to miss the UK because of my kitchen. Because here in the UK, mostly the problem that we have is the space. We don't have the space, So I didn't want to think about that. So I didn't want anything that when I'm in Zim to think about I miss the UK because of this. No. So that's why we needed a kitchen which is so comfortable and beautiful that when I'm there, I'm like, I don't miss UK at all, because I feel comfortable there, and it's a place that whereby we are so free. And another thing to consider, I think we did consider, because of the fuel and electricity issue in Zimbabwe, we decided to do two on appliances, two stoves, a gas stove and an electric stove. So we put a gas stove on the corner, because we knew we'd be using gas mostly. And while the kitchen was installed, they had to put pipes under the floor and get gas bottles connected on the outside. Like as you can see, those two bottles outside, they're already connected under the floor. So we just on and off two bottles. So we only buy gas once a year. So when you are thinking of doing your kitchen, consider to have your pipes already stored while you're doing the kitchen as well. Another thing to consider was the lighting and the ceilings as well. So we had chose that design because sometimes when you are here, you've got your own design in the head, but we had to go around and visit the kitchen link, their kitchen that they do, and also visiting friends and families to see what is now modern in Zim. Because sometimes when you're here, we're still thinking of the old things that we left, but things have changed a lot. So it's always good to go and refresh your mind by seeing what other people are doing, how other kitchens are looking like, so that you can copy designs. So to do those ceilings that change color, you can change color with the remote, blue, red, whatever, and you have the three lamps which are hanging on the counters. So some of things you don't have to do, you don't have to like to break a bank to be able to do these things. Like those lights, as you can see them, I bought them from B&M here in the UK. Then I went and told my electrician to do those things. So some of the things you don't have to break the bank to do it. You can find cheaper ways of doing it. For us, the handles also for the kitchen and the appliances, we went to South Africa with an Malaicha, those who know Malaichas. So they bought those for us because we didn't want fix and supply from the kitchen people because they were very expensive. So bought our own utensils like the stove, the gas tops, the electric cooker, the microwave, and all the other electrical appliances, the washing machine, the dishwasher. So we bought that from South Africa, and then they were fitted for us. And the handles that we wanted, they were much lower. The price was a bit better than having fix and supply, and we knew exactly what we were having. So I'm just encouraging you, if you're out there, you are thinking about your kitchen. What I'm saying, don't do it in a rush. Just do little by little. Do what you can, one at a time. Don't rush. Don't rush yourself. There's no point in rushing. I think for us, this was like I don't know, the 3-year project that we did because we had planned ahead when we wanted to go to Zim. So we just took our time to do it. If you could do the cabinets this month, yes, then the next time we buy the doors, then the next time we do the tops, then the other time we pay for this, that. So we're paying these things at different stages of life. And also the kitchen link, they're all good. You can actually pay in installment. They tell you can do it maybe in a 6-month installment. While you're working, you make sure you have a proper thing. So never compromise your quality because you are saying, I don't have the money, I'm going to do a very little thing. But just trust God, consider God. And as we are doing these projects, guys, let's consider God. Sometimes we think, we are practical people, we are accounting people, you have to look at the figures. Yes, I understand. Saying to you, consider God in all these things that you are doing, and God will see you through if you consider Him. That God, what, this is what I'm planning to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it, and God will see you through. God will provide for you, and you'll be able to have these dreams come true. And also, now that we are here, we just wanted to see if this kitchen was functional by doing Airbnb. So whatever you do, just make sure it's functional before you go there by having people in there like Airbnb we are doing. So if we think we need to improve here, we improve while you're here. Do we need to increase solar? Do we need to improve the gas? Do we need to put 2 bottle gases? You can only see the challenges when the thing is being used, but just putting there and waiting to go in. When you go back, you find that after maybe the panels that you put were not enough, the bottles that you used was not big enough. So always good to consider those things. Also, kitchen utensils, just buy as you go. As you make trips going back home, I'll carry a few cups with me. I'll carry a few plates with me. I'll carry what little things to fill up my kitchen, so that by the time we retire, the kitchen is already filled up. We really never use our dining room. We only use the dining room when we've got guests. When we're on our own, we rarely use the dining. So I don't know how many people use their dining. Most people spend a lot of their time in the kitchen like we do. So we thought, the dining is there, but we rarely use it. We only use it when we've got special guests. But when we're on our own and just people, our family and all that, only be the dining, only use when the guests have visited us, only for the first 2 days. 2 days, a week after, we'll all be rocking in the kitchen. So a kitchen is a very important part of the house whereby we spend a lot of our time. So it is very important to think carefully as the most important part of the room of the house. First of all, I didn't think like that, but now when we go, I just see the amount of time that we spend in the kitchen. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So make sure when you're doing your island, make sure you put some phone plugs on the island, so that when you're chatting, when you're on your phone charge, just she say we forgot to do that. But I'm saying if you're doing an island, remember to put phone plugs around the top. It's easy, something that we forgot, that we made a mistake about. But I'm just informing someone, if you're making your kitchen, just to think about that. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and I'm just here to encourage you. Just get your kitchen drawn is the first step, and don't worry about the finances. God will bring a way to do it. God will bring a way. God will bring the finances to you. He's a good God. He never put ideas in our minds to sabotage us, or not us to achieve them. When He put those ideas in your mind, He knows how to bring those things to pass. Probably give you some ideas on how to make money for us. He gave us ideas to do Airbnb in our own home here in England. When we're in Zim, we have our own home here, people making money. So God just gives you ideas with things that we've already got. So He's saying, what is that you have in your hand that you can make? So you'll be thinking, what business idea do I have? You've got your home. You are living in a 7-bedroom house on your own. You've got bedrooms that you are just cleaning and not using for anything. So you can rent, you can do Airbnb, Monday to Friday, that 1 bedroom, and it will be able to buy some handles for you. So there's always things that are available to us, maybe things that we take for granted, that God has provided for us, to provide for us in our life, so that we are able to do these things. So I'm just here to encourage you, don't be afraid. Do step by step, pay for the stone, pay for the handle, they have the drone, they have the diagram done. So don't be afraid. We didn't know how we were going to do it. I'm telling you, we didn't know how we were going to do it, but we saw God in our lives. And I just want to let you know that you're going to see God, and you come here on the platform testifying. See how God is provided for you. It is desire for our children, for His children, to prosper. He wants to prosper and enjoy in the land of the living. He wants us to go home where we come from, and influence our people and influence the people around us, and bring that change to our community, and bring that change to Zimbabwe, and bring that difference that we have learned here, and be a people changer. You are going there to be an influencer, to go and change your world. You know what I mean? So it's not only money, but for social reasons that we are going there to satisfy. So sometimes we've got lots of money, but we are not satisfied. But we are just going there to fulfill the dreams that God has put upon your heart. Some people have put for you to go and preach the gospel. Some people have got things on their heart to go and open a charity. Some people have got a heart to go and do farming. Some people have got a heart to go and do some input in your own people there in Zim. So what I'm telling you, go back to your country, and God will show you the next step. Maybe you may not be able to all planned out. You don't know what will be the next step. That God will show you the next step, what He wants you to do for the future. Thank you guys for watching. Keep on subscribing. Keep on watching. Love you.